Hey there, Jed Coburnus here from JedCoburnus.com. I'm an exercise physiologist coming to you from Roseau, Minnesota. This is Talk Therapy, a tool that I use to get past my analytical mind, to think out loud, and put it all out there. Here we go. Today's weather is 19 above zero, which is nuts to me because this morning I was driving minus 22 or something like that. This morning, minus 22 degrees, now 19 degrees. So almost a 40-degree difference within, 9-10 hours? That's why I love it up here. Keeps the riffraff away. If you can't survive in this area, can't survive the cold, you just won't make it in this area. So that's your weather for today. Here we go. I did not do the little what's trending because it actually goes right into what I'm gonna say, because I just feel like my heart and my head need to get on the same page with it. But it's social media itself, and the news and the resources and like all that junk. Sometimes you just got to turn it off. It's crazy because I just had this conversation, but you got to just shut it off. If you don't like what I'm saying with these, don't watch them. You can see how many views I get every day. Regardless of how many views I get, I do it anyway. This is for me. I share it out to the world. Let's see what happens with it. I would love to grow it, do these at home. That'd be kind of cool. I'd be good with that. But if it doesn't happen, that's okay. But pay it forward. If this does anything for you, changes your perspective, entertains you, educates you, whatever, right? Share it. Pay it forward. I don't put any ads on this because I think ads are dumb. I think ads don't add value to your life or mine. I get pissed off when I see an ad, so I probably won't watch it. But when's the last time you went to something because there was an ad? If you fall for it, that's okay. I'm not judging you either way, but really be aware of that bullshit. Like the subtleties of advertising and marketing. Ugh. They'll get you to push the buttons. That's what I do to get me to push my buttons. That's it. I don't need to get anybody else. It's just not how it works. But regardless of that, social media, the news resources, everything just needs a reset every now and again. Like it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be just a crazy amount of time, but read a book. When's the last time you read a fucking book? Read a book. Oh man. Like, do nothing for a little bit. Look out the window. Go outside. Do other things than sit in front of this thing. Like, it's crazy to me that you would be sitting here watching this and I'm telling you to go right now, shut it off, out, bye. Oh, and speaking of that, look, watch band is black. I don't care that it was white, but I found one that worked, and then it doesn't work, but it does. It's like a smaller band. Of course they would be smaller, but it doesn't matter to me. I now have an extra white band for this watch. I really like this watch. But anyway, that's the ADHD talk. Random side notes. But what it is, though, it is what it is. We always will favor towards the easier route. You just will. And there's nothing wrong with it if you're happy with life. It's just so many people aren't happy with their life. And they have to fake it to make it. And they have to lie and cheat and steal their way to wherever they're going or trying to get. Eventually, that shit will catch up with you. It just will. That's karma. That will bite you in the ass. Lying about whatever you got going on is not going to help you. Putting on a show, a horse and pony show, is exhausting when you have to lie about it all the time. I don't want that. So, I don't do it. I'm telling myself that. So I read in this book called Letters from 500. Now I'm going to go really wackadoodle on people who don't have any faith within themselves or have any faith in general. But it's such a good book. It's a good series of books to really dig within yourself. And you got to just put yourself out there. But that's what I do. That's what this is for. But this book, right? Life of Source. It's cool because all times happen at once. All times happen at once. There is no future. There is no past. There's literally just right now. And it's not the present. That's why they call it the present. No, it's like literally all of the time happening at once. And that is cool as shit to me. Because you get so much perspective. Like the mind cannot wrap yourself around that. Like the ego, especially the ego, doesn't want that until you start to talk to the ego, until you can start to gain trust from your own ego that you can trust it and it can trust you, and then you start working as one. Like that's the coolest piece. Then that inner voice that always tries to get you to stop or do something different or talk you out of whatever you're doing doesn't do that anymore. It doesn't do that anymore because it's not your voice. It's usually somebody else. So that inner voice, if you start to talk with it, you get to know it, and then move past it and be like, hey, we're the same person. We're on the same team. Let's work together. Like, when have you ever seen a winning basketball player or team work against each other? They try to steal the ball away from each other and win games and be successful and be happy or whatever. It's not going to happen. I'll just let you in a little secret. That's not how it works. Teams play as a team. Team sports, which is new to me. Play as a team. That's fun. That's fun. You got to rely on somebody else. And the book Relentless really hits home. I've read that one. It's by Tim Grover. He talks about winning and being a cleaner. A cleaner, not only does a cleaner win, but it positions everybody else to win also. They make sure they win, but they'll also make sure everybody else wins around them by noticing what they're good at and what they're not good at, and they just start switching the positions and putting them in a winning spot so everybody can win. That's such a cool thing. So if you do that with your ego, you will win. Versus talk yourself out of the hardest way possible, but it's the way, you're not going to do it. You're just not going to do it. You're going to listen to your ego, your self-sabotaging ego, versus if you can evolve from that bullshit and give yourself any amount of time, every single day. Consistency is key with everything that you do to get to know yourself. The self-awareness, right, by Gary Vee. He talks about it all the time. But if you can just understand that you're not going to change that thing, you're not going to fool it right away. It all takes time, and everything happens all the time. There is no time. There is a lot of time. There's everything in between time. If you can wrap your head around that, get after it. If you can't, do some work on yourself. Journal, meditate, work out, whatever it takes. I can help you with it if you really want me to. But you gotta really want to, because I don't fucking work with just anybody. I don't want to work with just anybody. I want to work with those who want to work with me. There you go. Cobra Nation, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Share this, please. Share it. I would really appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button or like button or whatever button there is to push. Push it, please. Push that button. Don't assume everybody's doing it. Just push it. So yeah. And as always, if you're willing to change from the neck up, then you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.